Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Market is open. What can I say? We are still stuck below that trend line. In yesterday's video, I also took a look at the bigger picture. So if you're interested in that, if you're new on this channel and you're interested in, a zoomed out chart, then take a look at yesterday's video. You find it on the channel. Really in the interest of time and because not too much new stuff happened on this chart, I want to keep it short and sweet. The wave count hasn't changed at all. I also have to say that the wave count itself here, it doesn't really have great predictive qualities. I mean, not on the micro level, I have to say. Okay, we use it to determine certain Fibonacci resistance levels, invalidation points, and so on. But it can't really tell you how much longer it's going to drop. I highlighted to you that a bounce is due. If a bounce happens, I want to see first a break above the descending trend line here to confirm that some kind of a low at least is in place. Then for now, I haven't confirmed the low at all here in this entire decline. Okay, so we've been watching for lower prices, lower prices, lower prices, lower. Still watching for lower prices until that trend line breaks. What happens then? Well, if the trend line breaks, it's only an early indication that at least a local low, a low of sorts is in place. Then I'm going to watch for the next trend line to be reached and the $1.73 level. That's the next main resistance level we're dealing with. First of all, my idea will be that it's likely going to be only a fourth wave corrective rally that we're dealing with here. Circle wave 4 could possibly target $1.73 to $2. Only a sustained break above $2 suggests that a more substantial low is in place, and that could be a more extended, a very much extended corrective rally, or the long-term low is already in place. It will be in place when most people don't believe it can happen, so always be ready for that. But at the moment, there is, to even entertain the idea that some kind of a low is in place, I need to see a break of that trend line to the upside. The wave count to the downside is absolutely full. That doesn't mean it has to turn around. Very important, yeah. It's just indicating that all the requirements to the downside are fulfilled in this third wave, but extensions are always possible. Absolutely. And there are so many different instruments that you can use to trade Natgas. There is not the one count, okay? It's still useful to get a roadmap and to get here the key resistance area. But if we take a look at the very short term, this still to me looks like a bearish flag here, even though I have to say, well, it does look like that. But we see here from all these low points, lower, 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 it's printing some higher lows on the RSI. It's a very, it's a weak bearish divergence, bullish divergence, sorry. It's just, you see it visually as well, that the downside momentum is decreasing a little bit. How do you recognize that? Well, the red candles are getting smaller and smaller, isn't it? So long, you see that here, long distance, sell off, sell off, sell off, smaller, smaller, even smaller. Okay, so please be aware of that. It might indicate that something is changing here, that we get a bit of at least a corrective rally, but the price has to confirm that. So I would be watching the trend line. Then the next swing high is going to be micro resistance at $1.64, then $1.67, and then this area. I would still be watching for another low, but this is now so extended to the downside that we have to recognize that it might have done all of it, in one go, and that we're not getting this 4-5 anymore. It was already a fourth wave corrective rally was already here, due somewhere here around 180. It's extended further to the downside. We never had a confirmation it started, okay? So it's not like that I told you it happens from there. Even now, I can't tell you it will happen from here. I need to see at least a break of the trend line to entertain that idea. But yeah, what can I say? No, nothing bullish yet, but it is visible that the downside momentum is decreasing a little bit. So it's worth to be, to be watching that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that break of the trend line very, very shortly. And then a small corrective rally towards that red resistance zone. That is definitely due. Okay, that was just a quick update. Don't think there was much new to talk about. We all know that we are, close to a long-term low probably, but that can still drag out quite a bit. But it's definitely very interesting. It was very brutal the last few weeks, and we go with the trend until it gives us some indication that a reversal is due or something is happening there. At the moment, it's just a knife catch, just catching the falling knife. So be careful still. So yeah, that's my update about Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.